Welcome to this week's edition of WTHS News. I'm Anna Kate Boyd.
And I'm Brendan Shawver. Today is September 16th, 2016. Here are this week's top stories.
Here at THS, we have some very dramatic students, and this week's play will showcase their amazing talent.
Let's turn to our field reporters who interviewed the cast to see how they feel about the most recent play, The Complete History of America Abridged.
The Complete History of America Abridged is a rundown of the entirety of the U.S. history. It's a comedic retelling of everything where they tear it all apart, every movement, every event. And we have three narrators, of which I'm one, and multiple actors who each play different characters from American history.
The Complete History of America is the complete history of America. It goes back in time and basically puts a spin and a comedy version of the history of America.
I play myself in the play, which is interesting because I can't play myself exactly as I am, but I have to exaggerate a lot of facets of myself for the stage to make it interesting and entertaining.
Playing myself in a play is really fun. It's a new experience. I haven't ever gotten to do that before.
I have 8 different characters in the show. It's really fun, but it's also kind of hard because you have to switch personalities so fast, and sometimes they kind of run into each other, so it's hard to keep them separate, but it's really fun.
My personal favorite character and why is probably Amerigo Vespucci, just because I get to play a stereotype, and that's fun.
I play 8 different characters. My favorite character is Jo Chi Minh, the daughter of the leader of Vietnam, because she's just fun to play.
I play 7 different characters. My personal favorite character is Eva Hitler because it's fun to do a German accent.
My favorite part about playing myself is they wrote this character, but I get to put a new spin on it as myself and put myself into it.
The hardest thing I had to do was learn a Vietnamese accent.
My favorite scene is the one right before the very end where my character and another character that I'm chasing get some interesting things thrown at them. It's really funny.
My personal favorite scene is when Kale gets spaghetti thrown at his face. Yeah, it's pretty great.
Hey Brandon, is there a home game this week?
I don't think so, Anna Kate.
Good, because I heard it's supposed to rain.
Well, how about we take a look at this week's upcoming weather with your weather specialist, Trey and Lauren.
Thanks, Brandon. Hey, I'm Lauren.
And I'm Trey. And this is your 7-day forecast.
Sorry about that.
You feeling better?
A little better. Today through Sunday, we're going to have a high of the 90s to the upper 80s and a low in the low 70s with an 80% chance of rain on Saturday. There's a cross-country meet and a volley fest on Saturday, so come support your wave.
Throughout, we're going to have a high in the high 80s and a low in the high 60s. And you're also going to have sports, which includes volleyball, softball, and swim Tuesday, and on Thursday, softball game. But let's hope those are not ruined by a large chance of rain coming in.
Back to y'all in the studio.
Even though swimmers only had one meet, they're making a big splash in the pool of success. Isn't that right, Brandon?
That's right, Anna Kate. Anna Kate, how about we dive into these interviews?
I've been on the swim team for 6 years for high school. I've been on the Shockwave, which is a club swim, for 8 years. My favorite thing about the team is being able to come together as a family, not just as a team, and be able to spend time together on the meets, even though sometimes I get annoyed with a bunch of them, like Donovan Crossan.
I've been on the Tupelo High School swim team for 3 years, but I've been swimming for a total of 8. I like how we can all just come together as one team, even though there's so many of us, but we can always get the job done and usually have a pretty good season.
The team itself, we're all one big family, or at least we try to be, and we just try to support each other the best we can.
I've been swimming for 8 years and 6 years on the high school team. I really like how we're a family. I think we've gotten really close this year through team bondings and even working hard through practice. So.
This is my 5th year on the swim team, on the high school team, and I've been swimming for almost 11 years. I like how we all come together as a team during the meets just to really push each other to do our best.
How the team all comes together and we're one big family.
It's a good family feel, and we're all close.
Twice a week, we wake up at 4:30 and go to the football gym and lift weights, and then we have afternoon practice Monday through Friday.
We train Monday through Friday in the afternoons from 2:15 to 3:15, and then Shockwave is 2:15 to 4:30. And we have weights on Tuesday and Thursday mornings at 5:15 to 6:15.
Oak Grove, I would have to say, is our biggest rival.
For the boys team, Probably Starkville and Oak Grove, and for the girls team, Madison Central.
Definitely MC for our North Athens State meets because they've been our biggest rivals throughout the past years and hasn't changed.
My job is to help facilitate the 10th state championship at Tupelo High School. I mean, it's a real pressure, but with Coach Lucas, it's gonna be manageable. We got a young team, but they're still really good. I think we're able to get it done state meet. Well, it's really hard to live up to the expectations of all the other 9 swim teams. Like Coach always says, this team hasn't done anything, and we have to work together to be able to have the state championship, and I just don't want to ruin that streak.
Before we go, let's preview an exciting upcoming segment called Fashion Police.
Hours approaching to give it your best, and you gotta reach your prime. That's when you need to put your clothes to the test and show us how you can shine. Gonna need fashion police. It's the fashion police. Yeah.
It's a dangerous world out there. The hallways are filled with fashion flips and fashion flops. Our duty calls. Wait.
Duty what? Duty calls.
We have to get ready for the most dangerous week of the year. Oh, homecoming week. Otherwise known as Fashion Week. Get ready for a wave of fashion citations. The world will be watching. Don't let them down.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's edition of WTHS. See you next week. And always remember,
Stay classy, THS.